Semi olmuş lan.
By the eternal fire. I've never seen so many before.
Looks unsavory. What is all this?
The trappings of a black magic ritual. Witches weave human hair through dolls they first curse. They gain a grasp on individual souls this way.
Think one of the dolls represents Anna? Can we free her if we find it?
It's the only way I know of. But there are risks involved. The items woven into the dolls, see them? They symbolize the individuals the dolls are meant to represent. We must find the doll that is Anna and take it from here.
Seem to know a lot about this.
From tomes on black magic. Initially, we burned any that we found. Recently, we decided it might be wise to read them first.
Poisoning your minds with magic? Superstition? What's the hierarch think of that?
Have you met the man?
No.
Neither have I.
This risk you mentioned. Take it we only get one shot at choosing the right doll.
I'll not chance it. I did not know Anna. You've learned much of her. Should find it easier to choose.
All right. Let's take a look at these dolls. Red bead attached to this one. Anna wears a string of those around her neck.
As do half the women from Novigrad to Vengerberg. This cannot be the one.
Peki.
All right. I'll look at the others. Bird feathers woven into this one. If I had to bet on it, I'd say this doll represented Philippa.
Philippa Eilhart, if that's true, then...
Relax. First name that came to mind, that's all. Philippa's way too clever for the crones to have snared her in some trap. Besides, we're not here for Philippa. We're here to save Anna. And I can't think of any link between her and bird feathers.
That might seem obvious. But what if it's a ruse, and this doll, in fact, symbolizes Anna?
Etmiyordur, etmiyordur.
Doubtful. Crones would have no reason to employ trickery here. Should look at the others. This is interesting.
A doll with a flower. What's so interesting in that?
Not just any flower. A violet hollyhock. Baron once told me it was Anna's favorite flower.
You believe this to be the doll?
Bayağıdır açmıyordum. Dedim bir açayım ya.
Might very well be, but I can't be sure. Should look at the others. Human ear attached to this one.
Belonged to one of the peasants, doubtless. Anna still has both her ears.
Let's look at the others. This is interesting.
A doll with a flower. What's so interesting in that?
Not just any
Dün gece ne vardı ki? Oo.
a violet hollyhock. Baron once told me it was Anna's favorite flower.
You believe this to be the doll?
Erken yattım dün, hiç haberim bile yok ondan.
I'm sure it is. Taking it.
He, gördüm şeyden, storylerden gördüm.
Quick, outside!
Mum, you're back. All will be well. You're going to be fine.
Tammy, I'm dying.
She's not well. Raving. Doesn't rightly know what's...
Gittin mi konsere?
You're weak yet. You must rest.
No, listen to me. The Crones. I was to be their beast to the end, forever. You broke their spell, but now I must go.
Well, what's she talking about, Witcher?
Nothing we can do to help her.
But we... No! That's impossible!
Dear daughter, Philip, it's good.
Masaka severiz ya.
To see you together.
I'm sorry, Annie. For everything. I'm sorry.
Mother.
İyi
Tammy,
eğlenceler sana.
do you remember that day on the inner?
Of course. Those plums are so sweet. And your dress so blue. You wove me a wreath of flowers. We laughed the day away.
Please, remember me like that.
No!
I thank you. They had a chance to say goodbye. It was your doing.
Shame I couldn't do more.
Come, child. The eternal fire will soothe your pain.
Leave me be.
Uyu uyu, ben daha
Your
yeni
pay will
uyandım.
await you at Crow
Uyu,
Perch.
sabaha kadar uyurum diye
Collected there.
camı açık bırakmışım. Soğuktan uyandım.
None of this was your doing.
I know. Which makes it no easier to bear.
The pain will pass in time.
I'd like to believe that. Leave me alone!
Witcher. The eternal flame will burn away our sins. Let's give her a moment to gather her wits. Once she is...
Last charge. Where's the coin?
Weren't fighting. And who dared to burn the Baron's stable?
Right, give me the coin. Tails, we clean the shit out of the stable. Master Richard, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse.
Kendini mi asmış?
What the hell happened?
Hanged himself. Plain enough to see.
Himself? Or did you boys help him?
Fuck'd you take me for? A murderer? He was what he was. A right bastard. But I respected him.
Burada niye sesler yok ya?
Lost everything he cared for. No surprise he lost the will to live.
Don't look too concerned, you and your boys.
What would you have us do? Sit and wail? Baron was a good soldier, but settling in here at Crow's Perch, it made him soft. We'll introduce a new order. Things will be different now.
I imagine they will.
Yeah. Easy as that.
Quite a spell.
I don't know.
Master the trade keeps the hunger at bay.
Not one of the Baron's men, are you?
You look familiar.
Told you we've not left.
Won't mind if we check.
Come on, Roach.
The rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel, but no.
Did you see what he did with them?
Devam etmiyoruz mu konuşmaya?
Well,
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt! You gave me quite a start.
But now the Magi says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
We traded for it. He needed powerful magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he want to use it on?
Bana da lazım bir
He
tane
didn't
öyle.
say.
Bet the old witch who lived here left you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did
Bakalım neler
indeed.
var.
I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
Bunları bilmiyorum ki.
So,
Etrafında.
bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end, burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
Olayı ne bu büyücüler loncasının acaba?
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
Asıl konuya dönelim.
Changing the subject. Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer, you've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serad, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not, the local peasantry is. The Isle, miss, you've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
Uh-huh. See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
Kaldırırsan da bir amacın
What
kalır.
others think, your image, that's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him.
But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man, judging by what a mage from the Isle told me.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Kyle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Büyülü lan be.
Can't you just come with me?
I tried to go to Kyle once. Thought my head would burst, the curse's magic was so strong.
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of your medallion at most. At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my haunches with a grain flail.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village. Should be fit to use. Provided rot hasn't eaten it, as it seems to eat everything here.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you, it might not be the most pleasant experience.
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later, maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance.
Bluetooth kulak.
You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Never heard of a Xenovox.
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box that talks.
They hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare. I certainly couldn't build anything like it.
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on with every mage using one?
Not the slightest.
So where'd you get the Xenovox?
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
Hadi
I need to
görüşürüz.
know anything else before I go?
No, that is all.
Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Kyle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt.
Thank you.
Rica ederim canım. Saldırmayacaktım ki ya.
Giddy up. Take it easy.
Her tarafta asılmış birileri var arkadaşlar. unuttu ya.
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Ha, yaratıklar.
Geralt, are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work?
Ha, bunlar
Can you
patlayan
hear
şeyler.
me?
What? I can't hear. Great, broke already. Sheesh, short-lived this magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Lan koyma. Çıkar şu kılıcı, çıkar Allah'ın belası.
How you like that silver?
Bu ne? Ha.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed?
Belki ikisi birdendir. Lan oğlum hiçbir işe yaramıyor bu.
Let's try Kira's lens.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for it, and the daughter. To the top!
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Geralt, stop. You needn't be so...
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely. Many must have died here.
Bir kapıya vuruyor lan.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who? Who are you?
Şunu da yapalım. Bunları yakabiliyor muyum? Yakabiliyormuş.
They're on to us. They'll not let Graham in. Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be gobbling meat. We've no notion we's coming to tear him to shreds. Way's clear, lads. Adam! They left us, look! All of them done went!
We've to swim, come on.
What about all this? I can't leave it! You go.
Looks like rain.
Find a boat and come back for me. If you make it across.
Ha! Why wouldn't I? Be back before you know it.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie! Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie! Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So what? Burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me!
Hayal etmiş ya. Sıkıntı görüyorum. Çaprazdan atlarsak geçiyordum değil mi? Olacak gibi değil. Ben gidiyorum.
Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a...
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me?
I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What happened then?
Fear. Terrible fear. I feared the men who approached, but I also feared the potion, drinking it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
Okay.
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it, but who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this!
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts.
Yardım etmeyeceğim demedim mi?
Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me. Stupid woman that I am.
Yardım edecektim lan.
Damn it, gotta catch them.
You cannot kill me. You know this.
What was that? It sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pesta.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Durur musun canım?
Why you been following me?
Seni takip etmiyorum canım.
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon. It won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
Oh!
Graham, aç lan kapıyı.
The Emperor shall guide us the way we know.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Kim öldü de.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape.
Linç kültürü.
'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... she was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there? In the tower? Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I abandoned her.
Ulan 3
Yes,
sezonluk
go
dizi
to the
çıkar
tower,
sadece bu
talk to
görevden
her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Hadi gidelim.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go to the tower.
We wandered this place because of you!
I've waited long enough for revenge.
Last I
And now
came
he comes
through
to
here,
us
I
on
still
his own.
hoped Annabelle and me weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
El ele el ele el ele el ele.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it. Kiss me.
Yeah.
Graham, careful.
Yeah. Öldürdün adamı.
At last.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabella are reunited. Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Lan çıkış nerede? Ha. Bir telefon arası.
Let's go.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free. This the Pella knows. Not to fear. How to reward one for their aid. This too the Pella knows.
Peki bakalım.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
Yapalım bakalım.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle, there in the circle of stone.
The sooner we resolve this, the better.
Dur bakayım, burada hızlı bir şey var. Yahu.
Slow now. I'll be back.
There we go. What comes next?
Greetings.
Just in time.
Good folk, behold the one who will protect us. You needn't fear. Soon shall we summon the wandering souls. Beyond all help some will be. From these you must protect us. Evil creatures keep at bay. Keep at bay till the ritual's done.
Başlayalım bakalım.
Begin.
Keep us from harm, and let them not disturb the circle. What is this life? Well, you know.
Fleeting torment, ere we know.
What comes next once life subsides?
Man his own fate decides.
Soon will rise thy dead, thy buried.
Each will say by what they're harried.
Will ye grant these souls reprieve?
The storm, damn it.
end their grief.
Let's begin Forefathers' Eve. Ye who wander on the gale, ever caught in this world's thrall, see this sign, gentle, pale. Ye we summon, ye we call.
Ye we summon, ye we call.
Hark, a sound I hear. 'Tis right.
Spirit breaks the still night.
Burn the incense ever higher. Hark, a sound I hear. 'Tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night.
Burn the incense ever higher. Spirit, join us round the fire.
Spirit, speak. This time is yours. Tell us of your ghostly woes.
Who are you?
He knows.
Should I drive him away?
Nay.
I've come for you, patricide.
Begone, foul force! I cast upon you the light of the eternal fire! Abomination! Stop this at once!
The errant souls! We must help them!
Silence! I'll not tolerate necromancy.
Help me!
Leave now. You're disrupting the ritual.
This is black magic. These folk disturb the dead. We cannot allow it. We will not.
You don't know a thing about their customs.
Take him and disperse the others.
Good folk, leave not these grounds. Ye cannot break the circle. Tis an ill turn, ill. Woe away. Blood has stained the hallowed ground. Yet
We cannot stop what has begun.
Neler
The
oluyor?
bloodshed, it do any harm?
Tainted lies the circle now. They who thirst for the gore of men shall come. God's willing, they will be few, and the Pella shall finish the rite.
Devam et bakalım aslan.
If you want to continue, I'm ready.
Good folk, we must the eve complete. Prepare yourselves. Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge ye all.
All is quiet, all is
Something whispers, something peeps. Someone near our fire creeps.
all is quiet, all is in the darkness loom.
Wraiths! This sacred ground is with blood stained. We cannot the ritual complete. People, save yourselves. If your lives you value, run!
How long you gonna make me wait?
Begone, away with you!
Berkut kaçsana.
Alas, all is lost.
Gotta be a peasant who told the witch hunters about the ritual. That spirit they drove away. Your father's ghost, right? Threatened to come back. Likely to keep his word.
Old man Ambros, the Pella fears not.
That wraith called you a patricide. He get it right?
Aye.
If I'm gonna help you, I gotta know everything. Why'd you kill your father?
The Pella does not wish to speak of this.
You can't hope to manage this alone. You're afraid, that's clear. Wraith will hold sway over you. Listen, I'll send him off. I've got to. But I need to know where he's buried. Corpse probably hasn't turned to dust yet. That's his bond to the world of the living.
Ambros lies in the swamp.
Fine. I'll find his body, see what I can do.
Giddy up.
Ne var lan aşağıda? En korktuğum şey ya. Çıkar mısın yavrum şuraya? Heh.
Swamps kept Ambrose's body in good shape. Even where the Pellers smashed his head in. Gotta incinerate it. That ought to get the Spectre to leave. Leave the world of the living. Never return again.
Bu muydu yani bütün olay? Sen lan şuraya. Çıkamıyor mu? Ne oldu ki? Vay arkadaş ya.
Drowners are coming out of there. Let's blow it up. Buna niye çıkabiliyor? Allah'ım ya.
en med detta. Estuat esen Novigrad. Hey.
Hızlı yolculuk var mıydı buraya?
You hear? They found Margaret in the woods. Bloody something
Not
awful.
at all.
Torn to shreds. White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Found your father's body. Had to burn it.
Good you did. Return for me ye would have.
What's your story? You actually kill your father?
'Twas an evil man. The Peller feared him once, but then grew brave. What his father did to his mother, the Peller could not look upon it. So he split the father's head with an axe, left him in the swamp. But folk knew.
Ghost's not likely to come back.
Thank you, Witcher. A reward for your aid. And if herbs or remedies you ever need, for near nothing you will have them from me.
Eyvallah, eyvallah.
Know the price for their help. Blood, their life. Ya bu bug'a girmiş görev. Tamam, bunu geç. Bunu da geç.
ships, master. Whosoever conceals a mage in their home.
Armed ruffians in town. Scandalous.
Sick of it all.
What do you want?
Who's captain of this ship?
Looking at her.
Abla beni Skellige'ye götür.
I, her. That's right. I, a woman, am captain. Shocking as shit, I know.
Need to get to Skellige.
Not on this boat, you won't.
Pay you well.
The islanders live off plundering the seas. Not willing to risk that.
Ever sailed there?
Listen, the islanders attack all ships. When they hate someone, Nilfgaard for instance, they attack him more. But truth be told, not much more. Boarded me once. Expect they wanted to see if I had captain's bollocks. That spot of fun gave me enough Skellige for a lifetime.
Peki.
We lost horses and asses in my village. We took care human blood stayed pure. Arms for the poor.
Look! Look!
Captain, no clue. This deck's to shine like the silver on the Emperor's table.
Şimdi buraya çıkamayacağım değil mi?
Oh, you make a fine sailor. Till the puking set in.
They say the Isles are at war with Nilfgaard. Bloody lies.
Well, it's a miracle you came back at all.
Not all of us did.
Bloody pirates.
You captain of this tub?
What's it to you?
I'm Skellige bound. Need to get there.
Start swimming. Islanders, the black ones, all attackers in those waters. No one sails the route these days.
Come on. Clans are ready to deal. Leave you alone if you do. Someone's done it. Gotta have.
Not likely. Except maybe that daft bastard Wolverston from the Atropos. A liar, a thief, and a bugger, that one. He might have parlayed with the sea swine.
Where can I find him?
In a pigsty most times. Others, the Golden Sturgeon. Ask for Flask. Everyone knows him.
Sen denize düşecek sanırım.
Jackasses! Blasted horsons!
What happened?
Islanders from Skellige. They've taken over crippled Kate's.
Taken over? How's that?
Clobbered the innkeep, tossed out the girls, then set to drinking. They've been going since yesterday, apparently celebrating some big loot.
Yeah, sounds like Skelligers.
But you look to be an honest man. Help us. Drive away the hooligans. We've not much, but it'll make a tidy sum if we all pitch in.
Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Really? So there are good men left in the world.
Sorry, mate. Gotta fill your horn elsewhere. This establishment's part of Skellige today.
Seems to me we're still in Novigrad. And in Novigrad rules apply. Rules you happen to be breaking.
Just how's that? You're not allowed to drink in peace. Have a bit of fun. Leg it, man, before you taste the wrath of a Skellige.
Collect Collect your friends and go. On your best behavior now.
Hey! Gents! Time to go. Those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
My noggins spinning.
Paramı alayım canım.
Thanks so much. We'd not have managed on our own. We're not rich, but I hope this is enough.
It's plenty. Farewell.
Save me. I'm dying of poverty.
You, Wolverston, captain of the Atropos?
So you want to know if I'm Atropos, captain of the Wolverston? No fucking clue, mate.
I need to get to Skellige.
My Atropos and me, we're due to sail for Ard Skellig, carrying grain. But that's hush-hush. Got any coin?
Here. That enough?
Hefty sack, like a bull's. When do we sail?
Not sure you're ready. You can barely stand.
Know this, stranger. Captain Wolverston never sails sober. The sea goes one way, Wolverston the other. Makes the rocking bearable. So, ready to set sail?
Hadi gidelim.
Let's go.
First, we must drink to the wind, to good fortune, and to the strength of my Atropos. Anchors away.
Ne oluyor ya?
Back off or I'll kill you.
I'm not afeard of dying.
See, I've landed on Ord Skellig.
How you figure that?
You're wearing Clan on Crate colors. Ord Skellig's their island.
On the Atropos, were you?
Yeah, thought the captain had a deal with you.
With us? Meaning who exactly? Might have arranged something with Lugos, but crack? Nay. Clearly should have, though. Outlander ships aren't welcome in these waters. What about you? What do you seek in Skellige, eh?
Agreed to meet a sorceress here. Yennefer of Vengerberg. She's supposed to be on Ord Skellig.
There's a wetch at Kertrolda. Croc's guest. Could be the one you're meeting.
That scorn I hear in your voice.
You've good ears. Folks say this witch has got Croc wrapped around her finger. Orders everyone about. Word is she's vicious at it. But a hag's a hag.
Seen her? Know what the sorceress looks like?
Aye. Wears black and white. If not for her tits, you'd think she was a beached orca. Fact is, even those who see her for a wench would gladly push her out to sea, tits and all.
What's your name?
Steingrim.
Well, Steingrim, I don't like you. In fact, I feel like slapping you.
Go ahead, Drifter. You try.
Come on, come
O
closer.
kadar zorladı. Kavga çıkınca gitti mi gerçekten?
Had enough?
Best finish me now, 'cause you'll be fucked once I catch my breath.
It was a good fight. That's enough for now.
Know the way to Kertrolda?
Ne oldu bir anda normal
Expect I'll
muhabbetine
find
geçti?
it.
Head north. Then turn west towards the bay before you come to the bridge. You'll find the Jarl port site today. Your sorceress ought to be there too.
Thanks. So long.
Suat niye her şeyde kaçıyor ya? Allah'ım yarabbim.
Why can't I play today, Dad?
We've got to go to the port to man in need.
Our time amongst the living is but the wink of an eye. What's left when we are gone? How shall we be remembered? Will they speak of us with respect or disdain? Bran was a great man. We shall remember him as a hero.
Without a murmur, and went hunting. Aye, taverns a puzzle.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
Niye şimdi selam verdik ona?
Tis madness. Such a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
Yennefer
You
balım.
look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Twirsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You smell wonderful.
Geralt, we're at a funeral.
You smell wonderful at this funeral.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who held Bran of Clan Twirsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
Haven't seen each other in 2 years. I want a solitary cottage by the sea. I want to lock myself inside with you. Stay there for a week.
What would we do there for a week?
Got so many ideas.
The one with the rope you use for trophies. That one seems interesting.
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see. Did you learn anything in Velen?
Velen. Awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, a baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured? Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous. Very. Also ran into an old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters.
Arkada bir anda
Listen,
ışınlandı
she
gemi.
told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ardskellig a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
Onlar kimmiş ya?
Ermion's head of the Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf!
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
White Wolf.
Guess our solitary hut will have to wait. Crack on crate someone we want on our side. I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Aim to return one day. We'll chat another time. Heard the elf were biting yesterday.
Oh! Indeed. Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against the rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every last copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
Fine, I'll help you. I visit Novigrad often enough. Might stop by, see how business is going.
Thank you. You'll find me in the Port District. My name's Johan Bonner.
See you later then.
Para gitti büyük ihtimal de olsun. İnandım.
Come on, trim it. It's got to be ready in time for the funeral.
Decent folk live here.
Remember, don't eat so much. Why the spit not? Because if you get hit in the gut, those herrings get tangled in your entrails.
We're good and true here.
Come closer, stranger.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
As we'll all meet King Bran and feast at his table.
Bran of Clashquisach, our valiant king. Glory and honor reign.
gotta be Yen's room. She always did like space and luxury.
What are you looking at?
Foreigner.
See, Lugos suspects him for a fight. Not with the black ones, but with us. If he's continental.
Right. Just not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for... Who exactly is she to me?
Benefit.
Foreigner, what's your step?
I am. Grand those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe.
Saçımızı sakalımızda yapalım.
Greetings.
Smooth seas this morning, as if the gods...
You a tailor?
I am. What? Ain't something I usually do.
Kafama vuracakmış gibi usturayla duruyor.
So long.
Ha, son Mohikan'a döndüm lan.
You're pale. You drink last night too?
Who are there, Witcher? You looking for work by any chance? Man
Well,
needs
what
worries
is
like
it?
a boat
Dress,
needs...
my
What do you
lord.
want from me? Sales. Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind just... Where'd that... Root.
Let's talk about my pay first. A bit too modest for my taste.
That's just a bit high. That's just a bit high, Master. That's just a bit high. That's just a bit high, Master.
Ne biçim pazarlık lan, böyle şey mi olur?
That's dear.
I'll take...
One wreck after another till I fucking die.
Açımdan geliyor.
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Evet, öyleyim canım.
Watch your step.
Burayı nasıl yapmışlar?
Look at swords on your back.
Let us pay homage to Bran of Clan.
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a Witcher.
Berna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
Lovely outfit. You look dashing.
Thank you. You're dazzling.
You know I really missed your candidness. I'm glad we're here together.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Oha
Good
sise bak
thinking.
lan. Ne
I don't know
sis
what Krak
çökmüş.
wants, but when we meet with him, we should have
Yani
clear
sis
minds.
ise eğer. Sis
I'm
bilir
not
ya.
gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Yeni turcum bir sigara saracaktım ama. Dur bakayım. İçeride sararız.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Yes?
Brad,
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Oo. Teşekkürler canım.
Lady Yennefer. Sir.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Tanıştığımıza memnun oldum canım.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Krak on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
Tutunda bitiyor ha.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
Tanıştık
We've
ya.
met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugus, Madman Lugus' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otrek on Hindar.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now you mention him. Just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included.
If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Yarışalım bakalım.
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever
bir de buranın
pulls
kralı
Hjalmar's
olmayayım.
axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go! We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak, Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first, wins.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
Hurry it up, old man!
Lan keçi, çık lan çık.
I won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's. See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
İçelim bakalım.
To Ceres.
Pass the mead in a tankard for the man.
To Bran, may he want for nothing in the world beyond.
To my beautiful companion.
Woohoo.
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
Gods. Courage and strength to slay Mortvar. Feast the Geralt are legendary. Tell me who.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skelliger's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing, total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Vuramıyorsun.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all the boredom. Come on, freak. Show us what you're made of.
Move the benches. There's to be some gob slapping.
Beat the bastard down. If you don't, I fucking will.
Oh no.
Show the daft bugger his place. Neath the table.
Ondan da kafasında şey
Had
var.
enough.
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you put a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
Sure, I'll knock one back with you, Lugos. Nothing wrong with having a drink in good company.
I remind you we've important matters to discuss later. Matters that require a clear mind.
Bunlar bütün enerjiyi bozuyor ya.
Drink like you fight, and we're in for a good time. To Bran!
To Jarl Madman Lugos and his madness. Forgive us. We should mingle, talk to some of the other guests.
Then the blast knew
Sanki araba süreceğiz ya.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Hayda.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Ouroboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Kadınlar yüzünden başımız
Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Grün.
That was close. This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. an indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Büyücülerin kapıyı büyüyle açamaması bana çok garip geliyor ya. Büyücüsün lan sen.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Aa. Şuraya bakarken ölmemişim. Bakayım. Kapıyı kilitleyip camı açık bırakmak da.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover. Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Hep diyor. Hep.
A hunter loose an arrow if he saw that in the woods. Looks alive. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Ah!
Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out. Monsters. I can feel them coming closer. They're everywhere.
That's one less.
Strange. Smells of mushrooms in here.
No. To my mind, it's the scent of salt grass.
That stench.
Hayal görüyorum.
That's one less.
Evet, hayal görüyoruz. Burada bayılacağız. İçkiden mi
What's
oldu?
happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt. I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Pine cone.
Hermion's
Didn't expect this.
Our
A
dear
large
druid's
female.
laboratory. We must search it thoroughly.
A sword and a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice. Wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlove. A biography in
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing. Need something else. Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. A goat carved out of linden wood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Dwarven triple mead. Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in.
Keyifçi yani ha.
Skelliger's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Letter bearing Ermion's seal to the druids warns them about you. That brazen manipulator.
The shameless schemer.
A child's skull. Let's try. So, Guess you're no indecisive prince. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. Either sneaking...
Yeşil bir şey vardı orada.
This is it. We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Careful now.
It's a trap! We're imprisoned!
Shit.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight. Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle.
Woohoo.
Wait.
For what?
We must talk to Krach.
Why? Think he misses us? Because I missed you.
Nereye bakıyor değil mi?
Oh no.
I missed you too.
When are you gonna finally burn this piece of junk?
My heart couldn't take it. My, oh my.
Missed you.
Geç.
We ought to get back.
I must.
Croc and Crate asked about you.
We went out for a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will...
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. And we'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth. My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will. May the best man or woman win.
Ben koyamayayım mı? Ben de koyayım. Belki kral olur.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can.
Adam be.
And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Magic anomaly on Ord Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms. Right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing. Which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Unfold! Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Aynen öyle.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordorachir and Ard Skellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ard Skellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krak. I will see you later.
Görüşürüz canım. Çok yakışıklı ha bu saç.
Adventure seeker. Ah. This blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
Ulan yolu takip etsene bak.
Giddy up.
Woman!
Where are you going?
Mad, I say!
No lie in the legend.
Maybe, but I've got good reason.
I hold Ciri dear too. You know this damn well. But the Mask of Orberus is no trifle. Have you any idea what could happen if it is used? Any idea of the consequences?
Haven't seen a continental
but
here.
neither do you. So stop panicking.
Can hear you two clear on the other side of the island.
Good! May all Skellige know, Jennifer of Vengerberg is a common thief!
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return it.
Ha! The generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless. Not to mention the risk you'll bury us alive, and all the Isles with us!
Don't exaggerate. It's just...
No, Geralt. This is no just. The myth is that Orberus created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed, Orberus made the mask, which would allow him to peer into the past. He knew, however, that he could only use it once. So he waited. Waited until his longing grew so strong that it became unbearable. When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known its threat that whosoever used the mask would bring the sea's wrath down on them. For in vengeance, the sea would rise and flood all the lands and drown the living.
Where do you get this mask?
Sailors from Clan Dimon pulled it from the sea, near the Njord Trench.
Yeah, but how can you be sure this is Orberus's mask?
Its appearance is exactly as described in the myths.
You believe the myths?
Only ignorant fools belittle their significance. Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here. It's the thief.
On the one hand, a theft. On the other, Ciri's life.
I also care deeply for the girl. I proposed a series of other methods. Yennefer refused to listen. She claimed they would take too long, whereas she needs immediate results. She has always been hot-headed,
True. At least this time she's got a valid reason for it.
Never mind that she might bring... What? What was that? No. Yennefer's used the mask.
Great. How long are you gonna make me wait? What was that?
Unicorns.
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here.
The power of the mask summoned them.
Ermion says the mask might cause a natural disaster.
Fortunate he's here, then. He can jump right in, try to tame it.
Realize he won't let this pass.
Oh, I'll survive, somehow.
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places. Places where past events left a strong magical imprint. Take it.
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will let me see through your eyes.
Well, let's go.
This way. Already found the first spot. This is the spot. Put on the mask.
Any instructions?
Keep it on until you've seen everything. And don't stray far. Telepathy is limited in range.
What's that? A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
The way she moved, like a witcher. Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot. Don the mask. Watch out!
Niye? Ne oluyor?
What was that?
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
Bet Ciri and her companion weren't harmed. I saw them escape.
Let's see where to.
Place is creepy. I don't like it.
Nor do I.
Anyone here when this happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking. But don't worry. Ciri can take care of herself. Well, ready? Use the mask.
Yaralamış biri.
Someone chased Ciri. See that? Might have wounded her.
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
Magic residue trail leads to Valley.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try to find it. Come.
Yürü kız.
Don the mask.
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely. It's Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
How do you know?
I don't. Making an educated guess. They both appeared in the previous visions.
Ciri's got a powerful ally. The mage who was with Ciri fled too. Know where?
His trace path leads to Velen as well, but the target coordinates of his portal differ from those of Ceres. The explosion must have disrupted his teleportation.
Ran into Kira Metz in Velen. Coincidence maybe, but she claimed a mage came to her looking for Ciri. Be surprised if it wasn't the same one.
Whoever he is, he grows more interesting by the minute.
Maybe something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up,
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves? Look at what you've brought down on us! If someone's death were to help you find Ciri, would you start making human sacrifices as well?
Relax. Storm's died down. You've clearly got things under control.
For now. But who knows what will be a week or two on?
Stop panicking! Here's your mask.
It is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You I'll deal with later. So?
We think a powerful curse was cast here.
Plausible. Considering what happened to the wood. Do you know upon whom?
Not yet, but we know Ciri was here. She stepped out of a portal. A mage was with her. Someone chased them. They fought. Ciri was wounded but managed to escape.
Where to?
Velen, probably. The mage opened a portal for her, then he fought her attacker.
Yes? Is that it?
Got a feeling we found something interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
Vision he went flying in that direction.
Something's pinned under that tree. Can you...
I can.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have... what do you call it?
Vaporized him.
Exquisite. The armor, though the workmanship's unfamiliar. Can't even tell where it's from.
Probably because it belonged to a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What? So it's true? The Wild Hunt? I feared as much. First here, then on Hindersfjall. What did they want?
They're looking for Ciri.
But why?
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
Tis true, she can trace her lineage clear back to Lara Duran, which is why the women in her family have always had extraordinary abilities. But could that truly be so important?
Ciri's exceptional. She travels between places here and other worlds. Space is no obstacle for her.
Huh?
Which is why the Wild Hunt wants to capture her. Speaking of the hunt, mentioned it appeared on Hindersfjall.
Well, it happened at least a fortnight after the cataclysm struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard. Itself a strange occurrence for that time of year. The islanders said the wraiths. They barged into their huts, killed anyone who resisted, then galloped inland, laughing fiendishly.
Anyone survive?
A dozen or so women, and an old man.
Next stop, Hindersfjall.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Wait, can't we go together? Right now?
But you detest being teleported.
Don't exactly like potions either, but I drink them when I have to.
You also drink them when there's no need at all. Very well. Let's go. Stay close to me.
Good luck to you. Inform me once you've learned anything new.
İnsan kafasına niye ağaç takar ya, ağaç yaprağı?
Quite a few years since I was last on Hindersfjall. But if I remember correctly, Lofoten should be this way. Raised huts and fresh graves. This must be it.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
What if Craven told the truth?
Get in the grind.
What if he didn't abandon us?
And me?
Leave.
But was...
Ritual of some kind. We'll have to wait.
We'll do no such thing. Dear sisters, pardon the interruption, but we've an important matter to discuss.
Can you not see we're commemorating the dead? So?
And we're looking for someone who's still alive. Please, this is urgent.
Then speak.
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeletal horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the children. Then they came, cut him across his face. He tried to whisper, only blood came out.
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Go on.
I ran out to get help, to get Leif. But so many bodies. Yole, Ingvar, little Necky.
Which way did the riders go?
Towards the sea, through the ravine, on horses made of bones. Bones and ice and...
Enough! Get to the point. Now.
We're looking for a young woman, name of Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes.
I'm sorry. She is not here.
Unless she lies in a grave. That is, I do not recall one by that name. But I've buried so many, I may have forgotten.
This Ciri, has she a scar here on her cheek?
Yes. Yes, what happened to her?
Don't know. Saw her but for a moment, right before it all. She was in the stables with Craven. 1,000 curses upon him.
Remember anything else? Anything at all?
Only that she seemed tired. Very tired. And her hair was wet.
Great. So we know she bathed. Progress.
I'm sorry, Craven. My apologies. Craven. Craven could have told you more.
This Craven you mentioned, does he have a name?
He did. Until the elders struck him from the saga of ancestors.
It's as if he has ceased to exist. The lore forbids anyone from touching him, speaking to him, even uttering his name.
What did he do to deserve that?
He fled from the Wild Hunt. He alone.
We need to talk to him, even if it's not in keeping with your customs.
You've come too late. He went to the garden to fight Morkvag.
A coward who willingly seeks battle? Am I the only one who sees the contradiction?
That's why he did it. Craven knew he would prove the elders wrong only if he killed Morkvarg.
And thus regain his honor and his name.
Trial by ordeal. Very Skelligan.
I do not mock your laws. Please also respect ours.
Haklı.
Where is this holy garden?
Not far from here. Nor.
And now?
Now we walk only as far as the tree the goddess planted. We place our offerings.
Those who venture below remain in the garden.
Morkvarg. What's that?
Who, you mean?
The vilest man ever to inhabit Skellige. Nothing was ever sacred to him. He attacked his own clan's lands, took gold from Nilfgaard, killed children, pregnant women.
Know the type.
They said he feared only one thing, the wrath of the gods. Borgvarg sought to prove how wrong they were, so he sailed to
Archpriestess Ulva stood in his way. He thrust a blade between her ribs and cast her down in the mud. As her curse? A monster?
I can get rid of Morkvarg. Don't know what he's turned into, but a silver sword should do the trick.
It's not that simple. There have been those who have bested Morkvarg, yet he always returns.
So, it's a complex curse, meaning I need more information.
I understand, but I've told...
Speak with Toradar's son, Einar. He was in the garden when Morkvarg and his men attacked. He saw what happened. Of all the... He settled in Larvik. I understand you intend to enter the garden. I dislike it when foreigners enter the sacred grove.
Custom demands pilgrims make an offering of their own blood before the tree. Craven surely did so. Unless he lacked not only courage, but respect for Freyr as well.
You needn't worry about us. Geralt and I always give the gods the respect they are due.
Abi.
Beg your pardon.
What are you gonna do in this big house? You're not coming back. You're not...
Ugly bastard.
Ne kadar ağır bir şeymiş lan öyle. Bunda sırt mırt bir şey vardı. Değil.
A bite. Just one morsel. One piece. A crumb. Food. Food. Shite. Not again. Not again.
He doesn't seem happy to see us.
Wait till he gets a closer look at me.
So, where shall we start?
Let's go to that tree the sisters mentioned.
Plan to bleed yourself for the goddess?
Not necessarily,
To start at the tree.
but Craven did. Let's do what we came for, at least. Blood. Can't say I like this place. Time to end this.
Ağaca gidelim. Ağaç nerede?
Craven's blood, flowing profusely, trails clear, should lead me to him. Light prints. Craven trod carefully. No bite marks. Morkvark doesn't eat his victims. Strange.
Is it Craven?
No, this one's been here a while.
What? I can't hear you. If you want to chat, come closer.
Her senses are really dull. Looks like Morkvark got bored of sneaking around and attacked. Door won't budge. Craven must have blocked it, or it's just locked. Gotta go round.
Well, what is it?
What do you know about this?
Let me think.
Had its history and
They say Freya herself planted it. When the world was young, the goddess strode across Skellige, sowing seeds among the rocks. But Urboros, all her seeds poured from it and landed here. Thus, this garden is bounteous, while the rest of Skellige is barren.
You believe that?
Is that a serious question? Of course not. Favorable...
To transform into a werewolf. It's a dog's life, huh?
Well, there's not a youth out there who doesn't have a wolf in his belly.
Then the curse confined him to this garden.
No question he was...
Just wolfing things down, or not.
Geralt. That's enough.
Fine. Still had a few good ones at the tip of my tongue.
I'm sure you did.
I found a corpse.
Uh-huh. And you...
Because no bite marks on it. Doesn't seem strange to you?
Zerrikanian cuisine, Dandelion's fame, and shoes with curly toes seem strange to me, yet I don't discuss them with you.
Reading between the lines here, think I'm wasting your time?
I mean merely that we should focus on what's most important at the moment.
All right.
O kilitli bu kilitli nereden gideceğim?
Morkvark doesn't give up easily. fountain's blood. Craven was injured, started running. These prints should lead me to Craven, or his body.
Yavrum, bana biraz yardım eder misin?
Yes?
Peki.
How you like that silver?
Lots of prints, old and new. His lair must be nearby.
Sudan da çıkamıyoruz. Ne olacak şimdi? Şuradan atılır mı? Yeter ya. Görüşürüz, izlediğiniz için teşekkür